So let's start today's session. Today we will discuss about so many things. So first come into the your start window. First come into the computer start and search here NI Max. NI, right here NI MAX Max. NI Max. Double click and open it. When you will double click and open, so this National Instruments Measurement and Automation Explorer will open. It will take few seconds. Now please open this NI Max. NI Max is a measurement and automation explorer. National Instruments Measurement and Automation Explorer provide access to your National Instruments products. Whatever the software you have installed, whatever the National Instruments related software you have installed in your PC, you can find all this software. You can control all the software. You can add and remove all the softwares. You can install, reinstall, and repair all the software using the NIDAQ, sorry, NI Max. If you had installed hardware properly, so you will find all those data, all those accessibility, okay, hardware related accessibility. Look at here. Right now in my system, it is a my system. It's displaying info about the my system. Okay, Intel i7 based processor. So now in this National Instruments Management Automation Explorer, in the left hand side in my system, you can see the 6 options: data neighborhood, device and interface, historical data, skill, softwares, IVI, drivers. When you will click in the software, so you will find all those complete software list which you had installed in your PC. Okay, so in my PC, the LabVIEW is okay. I have complete LabVIEW shop. Okay, I have installed nearly 90 GB LabVIEW, so I have each and everything. Now our main target is device interface. When you will click on device interface, so you will get this info: device interface listed, install and detect, can control area network, DAQ data acquisition card, field point serial, okay, field point serial controllers, GPIB, IVI, motions means image, okay, videos and vision is image, serial, virtual instrument server architecture, visa and VXI related others. So in my device interface, when I will expand it, so by default, now searching right now, by default I am getting this USB 2.0 VSA webcam. I have installed the Vision development modules. Vision. Okay, I think all of you had installed that Vision development module and Vision Assistant, whatever I explained 2 to 3 days back. So USB webcam. Okay, so this webcam is connected in my, okay, this webcam is present in my computer, so that's why I can use the webcam without any problem. So now our target is not image processing and not video processing. Our target is a data acquisitions. Our target is data acquisitions. Okay, so what is the concept of data acquisitions? If you want to know, So go and watch the video whatever I had. Okay. Data acquisition is process to sampling signal and measuring the real world physical conditions and converting it into the human readable system or human readable numbers, characters or signals. Okay. Data acquisitions, really data acquisition is a big field. uh, till today I had visited more than 1000 colleges, and I had covered all those IITs. Okay. In the Gaganyaan project, in the last Mangalyaan related project, and in Delhi Metro, everywhere, engineers, scientists, okay, they work majorly on the data acquisitions. Using the data acquisitions, you can interact with the physical world, how the temperature is changing, light intensities, air pressures, air flow, each and everything, whatever you can sense, you can measure that things using the sensors. Using the sensors, you can take input, and using the actuators, you can perform the any kind of the more. Yes, you can control the. Sorry, you can perform the action, right? In between, you need a controllers, you need programming language, you need data acquisition platforms, data acquisition platform who can help. Okay, data acquisition platform. Using data acquisition platform, you can acquire the different. You can acquire continuously signal. Okay, you can acquire data in, what can I say, in a human readable manner. Okay, so here we'll talk about the data acquisitions, and you want to know what is the concept about data acquisitions, go and watch that videos. Now here I am going to explain how can we add DAQ system. Okay, so first one DAQ system is NID. Okay, one DAQ system is NI my DAQ, NI my DAQ. So let's discuss first NI my DAQ. What is NI my DAQ? This is a NI my DAQ. This device is National Instruments NI my DAQ. This NI my DAQ is a property of National Instruments but developed by the Texas, okay, Instruments. National NIMADEC is educational data acquisition system. In this NIMADEC, you find two-channel analog input and two-channel analog output, two-channel analog input, two-channel analog output, power supply, rated power supply, plus 15 volt and minus 15 volt, 5 volt DC power supply, plus and minus 15 also DC but they are rated, 8 line 8 bit digital input output, and one counter. Digital input output are bidirectional. At the same time you can configure which one is, you can configure input and output as per your requirement, audio input output, and some digital multimeter concepts you will find in the data acquisition system. Okay, in this data acquisition system there are two channels for data acquisition and two channel for analog data acquire and two channel for analog data generate, means analog output. So there are two channels for analog input and there are two channels for analog output channels. In the analog input, when you will talk about the analog input, okay, now you can see there are two channel of analog analog output. Analog output 0, this one, analog output 1, this one. So this one is one channel, this one is one channel. There are two channels for analog input, 0 plus and 0 minus, 1 plus and 1 minus. These both are the one channel and these both are the another channel. So 0 plus and 0 minus is the one channel number 1, and 1 plus and 1 minus is the channel number 2. So there are two channel analog input and two channel analog output. That means you can take data from two sensors. You can take data from two sensors. Okay, uh, one sensor data you can acquire using the 0 plus and 0 minus, and another sensor. Just suppose you have the temperature sensor and your proximity sensors. So you can connect the temperature sensors here and proximity sensors here. Okay, you can connect two sensors. That means you can yes, you can control two sensors and you can acquire data from the two sensors. So there, and maximum possibilities is only two channel. Why? Because this is a student data acquisition device. It is a student data acquisition device. You can connect this data acquisition system with the computer directly with the no need any extra power supply. It is an industrial data acquisition platform. This is an industrial data acquisition platform. In IITs and every research center, you will find this kind of a data acquisition platform. These are the high specific and advanced data acquisition platform. It is not MyDAC, it is CDAC, chassis based DAC. Okay, these are the chassis based DAC. In industry, okay, for the industry purpose, we can use this data acquisition platform, this data acquisition system. It is CDAC. These are the sensor modules, independent different sensor modules, and these are the chassis. Okay, so now you can connect a sensor like this. Okay, so what is it? I think it is a piezoresistive sensor. I think it is a piezoresistive sensor. Why? I can say it is piezoresistive sensor because now you can see there is one resistor, second resistor, third resistor, three resistor in the combination, and there are two. So that means it is piezoresistive sensor. And here we had designed a Wheatstone circuit, Wheatstone balance circuit. Okay, it's a balance circuit. So as per the okay force of sensor, we can measure the resistance change and voltage change. We can measure the voltage and resistance change. Look at here. We here. So this one is the positive plus. Sorry, yes, plus 15, minus 15, analog ground. Okay, analog output 0, analog output 1, analog ground, and analog input 0 plus and 0 minus. So we had connected this sensor. We had connected this sensor here. Okay, in analog input 0 means we are acquiring one sample, okay, one channel data. We are acquiring the one channel data, and here we are taking the ground, and there is a 5 volt VCC. We are taking the ground is from here, black one is ground, so these are the common grounded, and it's a 5 VCC, so these are the VCC. Now this one is the VCC, right? So 5 volt. So we can connect our circuit, we can connect our sensor with a data acquisition system like MyDAQ data acquisition system like this, and we can put our data, we can connect our data, NI-MyDAQ with the PC using this USB wire, and we can start acquiring the data. Now you can see these two are the 0 plus 0 minus are one channel, 1 plus minus are another channel. Okay, this is a pocket DAC device. In industry we cannot use, this DAQ system. Why? Because this DAQ system works in maximum 9 volt, so it can acquire data, only till 10 volt, max to 15 volt. Okay, it can acquire data max 15 volt, not more than 15 volt. And whatever the industrial hardware, software and sensor you will use, at that time you need to acquire the voltage and voltage more than more than 200 volt, 1000 volt, 10,000 volt also. And the the sampling speed and the range of uh, sampling speed and the cutoff range are so less of this data acquisition card. Now let's create this NIDAQ. Try to create this NIDAQ here. So for that, right click in the device and interface. Here you will get the create a view, create new. Right click in device interface, you will get create new. Click on the create new. you will get this create new dialog box. In this create new dialog box, you need a simulated NIDAQ. Okay, click this simulated NIDAQ max drivers and module learn instruments. Click this one, select this one. Now finish. Now you will find this create simulated NIDAQ max. So here I am going to select the educational hardware NI educational hardware NI educational hardware NI and press the OK. Now it's creating a virtual hardware here. It is a virtual hardware. That's why the icon is black. Icon is yellow. Icon is yellow. NIMAX. Look at here. In this NIMAX, okay, you can see, okay, this USB sign, this USB, okay, this USB icon is black. That means here in this PC, the real original hardware has been connected, and here we had created this simulated hardware. Now again right click and come to the create new and click into the simulated DAQ max device and modular instruments. Now simulated NIDAQ max device and hit the finish button. Now come into the N series NIPCI 6221. Click in the NIPCI 6221. Okay, take NIPCI 6221. So what is NIPCI 6221? NIPCI NIPCI 6221 is a data acquisition system, that is a PCI card. PCI card. You can, okay, you can insert this PCI card in your PC, in your system. Okay, so this NIPCI card has a 37. Okay, you can acquire 36. You can acquire 16 channel analog input. You can take 16 channel analog input. Okay, 16 channel analog input in NIPCI 6221. Using this, you can acquire 16 channel analog input. Means you can take data from different 16 sensors or same kind of different 16 sensors. Okay, you can take you can connect 16 temperature sensors. You can connect any kind of 16 sensors and you can acquire the data. Okay, so whenever we will talk about the one channel, that means one sensor we are targeting. Industry use this kind of PXI system. Industry use this kind of PXI system. These are the high speed and high resolution platform. The DAQ system, NI MIDEC system's price is 60,000 rupees. 60,000 rupees. But this PCI and others, these are nearly 6 to 7 lakh rupees hardware. The basic version is 6 to 7 lakh rupees. Now let's move. Now we have two hardwares, NI DAQ Max and NI PCI, NI MIDEC and NI 6221. Now coming to the lab view. So first we'll try to acquire the data using data acquisition assistant, NIDAQ assistant. So for that, press Ctrl N and come inside. Right click in the block diagram. Just a second. Okay. Now right click here and come into the Express. In this Express, you will find inputs. Are you getting these inputs? And the inputs, the first one is DAQ assistant. DAQ assistant. You can take this DAQ assistant from this NI DAQ Max also. From right click, come into the Express, take input and take DAQ assistant and place there. This is Express VI. Express VI are high level VI. Express VI are a high level VI. Express VI is not recommended for the continuously data acquisitions. If you want to acquire data for a long time, like 1 month, 2 months, 10 days, okay, till the end of your life you want to acquire. So this assistant are not okay are recommended. So now when you will click, now you are getting the create a new. Here we are going to create a task. Here we are going to create a task. Task means either we can acquire the data or we can generate the data. Acquire the data means we acquire the data. Acquire the data means we are going to target the analog input channels. Means we are going to read the data, read the electrical changes from the sensor. And generate means we are generating, means we are targeting analog output. Digital output means the acquired signal. So what I am targeting? So my target is analog input. My target is analog input. So here I am going to select the analog input. In the analog input, the first one is voltage and second one is temperature, then current. So here I will try to acquire the temperatures. Here I am going to acquire temperature. So click in the temperatures. So there are four kind of sensors are present. Okay, four kind of sensors. Four nature of temperature sensors, temperature data acquisitions are here. One is the thermistor, RTD, thermocouple, and variable temperature. Yes, thermistors. So now click in the thermocouple. When you will click the thermocouple, okay. Now you will come into the physical channel. Physical channel means now inside the computer we had created one line for data actions, and that particular line properties analog data acquire, and now we are going to select our hardware, which hardware we are using. So right now we have two hardware, DAQ system, DAQ, one is the PCI and one is the NI MIDEC. One is the PCI and one is the NI MIDEC. If I will click into the NI MIDEC, so I will get two analog inputs channel, analog input 0, analog input 1. If I will click to this PCI 621, so I will get 0 to 16, 0 to 15, 0 to 15, 16 analog input channel. Now for data acquisitions I am going to use the educational hardware and I'm added analog input 0, analog input 0 and finish. So now we had completed our task development first. Then after task development, we have selected our physical instruments. Now we are in a data actions properties window. Here we can manage. Here we can control the so many things. Now in this data acquisition window, first this is the express task and how we can connect our sensors. Okay, so connection diagram, if you want to check the connection diagram, so come here, click on the connection diagram. Now you can see we can connect our thermocouple like this. Now done. Now coming to the express. So here are the configurations: triggering, advanced timing, logging. Triggering, advanced timing and logging. It is not a concern of our this intensive program. Okay, because here we are not using any kind of the real-time hardware. So whatever the speed and whatever the timing, all those things will be based on our computer's frequency. Now channel settings. So we had targeted only one channel here, only one channel, and that is a temperature sensor, and we had targeted the thermocouple setup. So now what is the maximum? Okay, now what is the scale unit? So scale unit is degree centigrade. You can take the degree Fahrenheit, Kelvins, and this degree what rested and other. I don't know what it is. If you want to read, so you can read the measurement concept from these locations. Now, so maximum is 100 degree centigrade and minimum is 0. So here I am going to set minimum is -100. Let's okay. Now cold junction coefficient will be constant here. The thermocouple type, the general thermocouple type is J type. So keep here. Now the main thing is this one here, the timing. Here the timing. Are you able to see this timing? Here the timing. In this timing, yeah, the acquisition mode is one sample on demand. Here one sample, n sample and continuous sample. So here I am taking one sample first. One sample. Here I am taking one sample first. Okay, one sample. After that, when you will complete all this setup, so you can press OK button. It will take few seconds, and after that you will find complete accessible data acquisition system. Why it's building? Because DAQ assistant is a high level VI. I will teach you maybe today and tomorrow how can we work with the low level VI. It's my data acquisition system. So there is my data. Where is my data? It is the data is here. So because here I want to display the temperatures, I can take a numeric indicators and I can write here degree centigrade, Either I can take this one, and I can set the range from minus, okay, 100 to minus 100. So dear students, it is a garbage, means it is a virtual. It is default data, not real data, because we are not using any real hardware. Have you done this task? So now, if you want to store this, if you want to store this single data, if you want to store this single data in your PC, so how can you store? Now come here, right click, come into the file IO. In this file IO, you will find right measurement file. Take this right measurement file and place here. After that, you will get this kind of configuration window. After that, you will get this kind of configuration window. In this configuration window, now first select file format. So for us, human readable file is quite easy. So here I am going to select the Microsoft Excel. Select Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel. Now here I am going to select the target file, the target location. So for the target location will be inside my document, inside the summer intensive, inside the date 13, inside the date 13. Here I am going to write new, okay, data, new data, and okay. because Excel extension has been already selected. So okay. So now you can see the file name. Okay, there is no kind of such file is present inside here. Okay, inside the data thing I had mentioned all these things. Now I am going to write here. I am going to select one column only, timing. For the timing, one column only, and here I will write override. Now override. No override. Just keep same as it is. Now hit the OK button. Now make a connection like this and run. Now you can check my new text, new data file is here. Okay. I think you have done. Now let's try to program for let's try to write a program for one channel continuous sample. Sorry, one channel n sample. One channel n sample. So here I am going to delete only these portions. Again, double click and open this DAQ assistant. DAQ assistant. In this DAQ assistant, in the okay, sorry, I need to save the program because one channel, sorry, one channel, one sample. right click, come here and take DAQ assistant again. Take this DAQ assistant again. In this DAQ assistant, I am going to click the acquire signal and a log input, temperatures, thermocouple. Now my deck, let's okay my deck and log input 0 finish and come into this place. Now everything is same, temperature sensors. Okay, now I am going to set it -100. Here I am going to select n sample. Here I am going to set n sample. Okay, n sample. So for this n sample, the sampling rate will be the sampling rate will be the 1000. So I can set it 10,000 also, but 1000 is quite enough for me, and the number of sample is 100. It is also quite enough for me for this. Okay, this first time data acquisitions. So these are quite fair enough. So now here acquisition mode. Acquisition mode is n sample, sample to read 100, and rate is 1 kilohertz. Sampling rate is 1 kilohertz. Okay. After that, press the OK button. It will take few seconds. Now right click, come here and take a waveform graph. And you can make connection like this. You can drag it top to bottom, and here you can see the number of sample. So you can create a control for this number of sample. Here I can take a numeric array indicator. Numeric array indicator. Okay, when you will try to connect the numeric array indicator with this graph, so dynamic data type conversion will appear automatically. No need to take that. Dynamic data type conversion will automatically appear here. Okay, dynamic data type conversion functions. Now if I will run the program, so I will get 100 sample. Here the 100 sample data value. So we will get the 100 sample, and there is 100 sample data value. If I will set here the 10 sample, so I will get a 10 sample. Okay, I will get the 10 sample here. Okay, I didn't explain about this. No worry, I will explain about the arrange chart. So these are 10 samples data value. Okay, there are 10 sample data values. You can generate one sample data value also. Minimum, the minimum will be a 2. Let's see, 2 sample data value is correct. Yes, the minimum will, okay. Maximum is 100 in the, okay, 100 sample data value you can display here. If you will display 200, okay, it, now you can see 200 sample. Now you can see 200 sample. If you will write, if you will write here 1000, if you will write here 1000, so it will take 1 second. If you will write here 1000, so it will take 1 second to display that 1000 data. If you will, okay, it will take 1 second to calculate and display the data. It will take 1 second. Why? Because the sampling rate is 1 kilohertz. The sampling rate is 1 kilohertz. What will happen if I will try to generate a okay. If I will write here 2000, so it will generate 2000 sample, but for 2000 sample it will take 2 seconds. Why? Because our sampling rate is 1 kilohertz. Now let's see how can we store the data in our PC. To store the data in our PC, we can come into the write measurement file. We can take this write measurement file. Same here I am going to do Microsoft Excel, and inside the day 13, here I am going to select one channel and sample. Okay, and one column only. One column for time, one column only. And here I am going to run hit the OK button. Now going to connect like this. Now make a connection like this and run. Here I am going to write 100 sample here first. 100 sample. Come here, double click and open one channel, one sample. Now you can see these temperatures. One entity's temperature and another entity's timing. You can now write the program. Have you done? Siddhant. Now let's try to save the program. One channel and sample. Now here we will learn one channel continuous sample. First, one channel continuous sample. So for that, come here, take a DAQ assistant, place here, acquire, analog, temperatures. Now take voltage. Voltage, okay. For the voltage we can take analog input 0, okay. Analog input 0. We can take analog input 1 also. So analog input 0, finish. So maximum voltage range is 10 volt and minimum voltage range is minus 10. Maximum voltage range and minimum voltage range is minus 10. This okay, this DAQ system, this MIDAC system cannot read data, cannot acquire the data more than 10 volt and less than minus 10 volt. Okay, so here the differential mode, the mode will be the differential. Why? If you are electronics engineer, so you know the meaning of the differential in, okay, and RAC and RAC and differential, comparator and others. If you want, so you can read the differential mode concepts. Now here now here in the timing setting, I am going to take, now here in the timing setting I am going to take continuous sample, continuous sample, continuous sample. The number of sample read by default it will be the 100 and the rate will be the 1 kilohertz. Hit the OK button. It will take few seconds. Yes. Now right click, take a waveform chart. Can we connect a waveform chart here? Let's see. Yes, we can connect a waveform chart here. We can connect waveform graph also. So let's see how can we connect a waveform graph. Take a waveform graph. In the waveform graph you will not find this timing. In the waveform graph you will not get this kind of a timing. After that, if I will run the program, so it will start acquiring data so fast. It will start acquiring data so fast. Now you can see it's acquiring data continuously and speed is very high. Each and every second it's acquiring the 100 sample. The data acquisition speed is very high and each and every second it is acquiring the 100 sample. Why? Because inside the sample number of sample, by default the number of sample is 100. By default number of sample is 100 and sampling rate is 1 kilohertz. Now here I want to set something. What I want to set, let's see, create control, sorry, create control number of sample. I want to acquire, okay, here I want to acquire 10 sample only. Let's see how it will be look. So before that I am going to right click data operations clear chart. Right click data operations clear graph. Number of sample will be the 10 now. The number of sample will be 10 and run the program. Now you can see it's generating 10 sample only. The speed is high and it's generating the 10 sample. Okay, each and every frame you will get 10 sample. Each and every frame you will get 10 sample. Okay. So our sampling speed is so high here. Our data or reading speed is very high. My data reading speed is very high. So now I want to control my data reading speed. I want to acquire 10 sample. I want to acquire 10 sample in 1 second only. Every 1 second I want to acquire 10 sample. So look at dear students what I am trying to do. Right click, come into timing. In this timing you will find wait millisecond. You will find the wait millisecond. So here the wait millisecond functions I have taken, and millisecond 100 millisecond is 1000 millisecond is equal to 1 second. So now my system will acquire 10 data each and every 10 data each and every second. Run. Each and every second it will acquire 10 data. It's acquiring data 10 data each and every each and every second. There is a buffer problem. Okay, now here I am going to do, I want to acquire data for the 5 second only. I want to acquire data for 5 second only. I want to acquire data for 5 second. After 5 second my program should be stopped. My program should be stopped. I want after 5 second my program should stop. So look at here, inside the timing there is elapsed time. I'm taking this elapsed time. In elapsed time here I am writing 5. Okay, now connect like this. Control R. After 5 minutes the program will stop automatically. So in this way you can acquire the sample, you can acquire the data for the 5 second. Here you can write the data equations for the 10 second on. Okay, and hit the OK button. In place here I can run. After 10 second program will stop. Now if I want to store the program, the data, so I can take write measurement file. Same here I will select one channel continuous sample. What happened? One C continuous S. Okay. Now hit okay. Time column. Okay. I can connect here. Run. Now I'm going to open. So these are my voltage data for 10 seconds. Okay, 621, 621, 56 second, and here what happened? Okay, why timing is not correct here? Okay, okay, okay. Storage timing. Okay, no problem.
Sir, number of shifters is not present in my system.
Drag it up to top to bottom. Okay. Okay. Then uh, sign up for today. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time, and we'll try to acquire. We'll learn how can we the acquire data using low-level BI and API-based BI. Because there is no electricity, so I cannot continue.